Alright, let's ride these dragons. Hey there, this is Devin Marichal, aka D-Man Jones, and today I'm gonna pronounce you my first film look back video. You know the other decades before this one, the 2020 decades? Well, this is my first video talking about one of those films from the previous decades. You know, just take a quick look back with one film. And for this one, it's DreamWorks' How to Train Your Dragon. Let's get to the review. So, let's start with the story. So, how do I think the story of this film is told? Well, it's fine. It's pretty good. It follows this boy named Hiccup, who lives on the island of Berk. And in some days, they're attacked by dragons. And like, all the time. And the film starts off with Hiccup wanting to kill a dragon. But no one thinks he can do it. So he's got down the Night Fury, which is the only dragon that no one ever saw. Then he goes to the dragon and like, you know what's gonna happen. You know what, I'm not even gonna tell you the rest of the story because the one problem with this story is that it's a little bit predictable, as it uses some cliches like how the loser, well, how someone starts off as a loser and then through the film he becomes more of the hero and like all that stuff. But how it's handled is really great. There are times where the film can get really exciting. And I love the relationship between Hiccup and Toothless, the Night Fury. And I like how in the ending, the people on Berk went from wanting to get rid of the dragons to just going along with the dragons. That's a pretty good story. Don't know what else to say other than what everyone else says about the story, so I'm not gonna talk more about the story. But I do have a lot to say about the animation of the film. The animation here is spectacular. How about we start with what the characters look like? for the humans, they have that sort of realistic look to them, but they also have the artistic roundness that was from Chris Anders, who is the director of this film, along with Dian Dablos. And it translates really well into computer. I also like how the dragons are done too. I mean, there's only like 7 kinds of them, but they all have their own unique look and have their own unique abilities. Especially with Toothless, the Night Fury. And the backgrounds are really well made, and has the nice use of colors, like how the forests are mostly like brown, green, and gray for the rocks, with a little hint of yellow. And like all that stuff. All that stuff. But the real highlight of the animation is definitely the action scenes and the flying scenes. Like, they're just epic. Like, they're really fun and make the film so much worthwhile. And it's what makes the exciting parts exciting. This is definitely some of DreamWorks' best animation from the 2010s. And it's from 2010. And how about the characters? What about them? Well, I like Hiccup. I mean, he's a little bit cliched and like his voice by Jay Birchall doesn't sound that good. But if you look past them, he's a likable protagonist. And I like how his students are. And like they're cute and they're funny on their own. And I like how one of them, Astrid, like when she first sees Toothless, Hiccup's dragon, she was like, "No, I'm not riding him." Like, "No, I'm not." Like, she really wants to kill dragons. But then when she rides on Toothless with Hiccup, she quickly becomes fond of the dragons. It's a good relationship. I don't know how I feel about Hiccup's father, Stoic the Vast. Like, he's just your typical father figure who's Hiccup's father, who wants him to stay put. And even when and Hiccup wants to be like the Vikings, but even if he doesn't want to kill dragons, like he won't kill dragons, well, Stoic decides that he needs to kill dragons. It's pretty much a, like, you know what's gonna happen. on what he's gonna do. But when it comes to Hiccup's uncle, Gobber, I like him. And I'm pretty sure you like him too. And when it comes to Toothless, he's a pretty fascinating character. I like how the animators animated him, where he uses his like movements and facial expressions and the abilities he has to show his character. And that's pretty fascinating. And again, the relationship between Hiccup and him, I like it. Oh, and also to note, you may notice that Toothless looks different from the other dragons. Wanna know why? Because he's actually modeled after Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. That Disney film that Chris Andrews worked on with Dean Deblos. If you look up the images with Toothless and Stitch and repeatedly look at one of them, you'll see what I mean. So, in conclusion, How to Train Your Dragon is a pretty good film. I mean, it has a bit of a cliche plot, and the main character doesn't seem that much. But with the great execution of this story, fantastic animation from DreamWorks, and some likable characters, How to Train Your Dragon is still really great. So, what do I give this rating? I've seen some people give it a 9, and I see some people giving it a 7. I'm giving it an 8. Is that good? How would you rate it? Like and subscribe this video, and if you want me to do some more stuff with my channel, all you need to do is remind me in the comments on some suggestions. I would like to see what you have to say about what else I should do. But with that said, it's been a really fun ride. See you later.